Wednesday, March the 30th, I heard General Pathompong Kesansuk, one of the red shirt, yellow shirt leaders on stage the other night. He was proposing that the country should sort of go on vacation for 5 years, meaning that you close down the school for 5 years.
Shut up shop for 5 years.
Yeah. And more interesting is Kun Somkiat Pongpaiboon, who is also yellow shirt leader, a Democrat Party MP as well, proposed that the people should stage a coup. And the army
should back them.
Should back the people, which confused me a lot because I'm not sure whether he was suggesting that there should be a military coup or whether it's a civilian coup. But obviously, the yellow shirts are banking on the military to do something. While the red shirts say that if the military did anything that is illegal, unconstitutional, they will come out again to protest against the military establishment. Now, what do you think is the role of the military now, before, during, and after the election?
It's very good that you raised this issue because we have someone talk to someone who is really close to the army chief today.
Yes.
We made some phone call and we got some interesting messages from this person who is really close to General Prayut.
I see.
The army chief. And his key message is that there will be no coup. Absolutely no coup before the election. That's what he's saying. That's what this thought is saying to us.
Yes.
There will be no coup because this guy is very close to Kun Prayut.
Yes.
And he said that Kun Prayut, deep down, what he wants the most in Thailand is for the country to be written, to have no more colors.
No reds, no yellow.
No camps, no political camps that have been almost tearing the country apart over the past few years. It's his wish, Kun Prayut's wish to just get rid of all the colors. Not by violent means, of course, but
well, because his former record is that he's a very outspoken person and that he is sort of an aggressive person. He might be not that tolerant with all the political manipulation and all this. So he might stage a coup. That's the speculation by some observers. But then if he says that there's absolutely no coup, then it means that he would have to put up with a lot of politicking.
Well,
pressure.
when he said absolutely no coup, he means before the election.
That's
why
which
bring us to the rest of his messages.
So post-election politics and military thinking?
The post-election, his message is that his priority will be to protect the monarchy.
Yes.
He will make sure that nothing happens to undermine this key institution of Thailand. So as long as the monarchy is protected, is safe, and there will be no reason for a coup. But also he also we also heard a third message from General Prayut also. He said that we asked this source about what if the Pheu Thai party becomes the government, and you know, the first thing that come to people's mind would be that what if the Pheu Thai party meddle with the annual reshuffle,
the military reshuffle?
What would the army do? And the message was, as long as it's natural, nothing. There's no sign of purge.
I see.
A political purge, you know, you take out some people close to the Democrat and you bring your own people. As long as that is not happening, there will be no coup.
Well, as long as General Prayut remains in his position, you mean?
that will be 3 more years. Yes. So.
No, what if Pheu Thai becomes government and then they get someone else to replace General Prayut as army chief?
Well, the source said, if the replacement and if the transition is natural, signaling no sign of intervention in the army affairs or in the military affairs, it will be okay for him.
But that's open to interpretation.
It's open to interpretation,
because
of course.
It doesn't mean that if Pheu Thai party comes, then the new prime minister, the new defense minister can do nothing about the military lineup.
Yes.
I mean, it's Under the Constitution, under normal circumstances, the government, the Prime Minister, the Defense Minister have the right to reshuffle. The military, the police, the civilians, the bureaucrats.
The first thing that people will be wondering about is the future of the Defense Minister first.
The current one.
Before they get to the position of the Army Chief, the people will be wondering about who will be the next Defense Minister first.
I see. General Pravitt, who is now the current Defense Minister, will lose his job as soon as the House is dissolved.
Of course.
So he will be sidelined.
And even if the Democrats come back to power, it doesn't necessarily mean that General Pravitt will come back as Defense Minister.
Right. And you think
we all know that Kun Anupong himself is also very ambitious about getting this cabinet post.
You mean the former Army Chief is interested in becoming Defense Minister in the new government?
In the new government.
Well, he would have to compete with General Pravitt then.
Yes.
But they seem to be, together.
Together.
In the same camp.
In the same camp.
In that case, I think General Pravitt, if he wants a post, will get it because he's senior. He's more senior. He's, someone that General Anupong has paid respect to all the time.
Yes, yes. So, but General Pravitt's position will be more at stake if the Pheu Thai party becomes a government.
That's right.
Yeah, because he almost certainly he will have to go, and the Pheu Thai party will bring in a new defense minister.
So as far as General Pravitt and General Prayut are concerned, no coup before the election.
No coup before
After the election depends on what will come, especially the military lineup. Would the military lineup be meddled with, as you said? If that is the case, or if the generals think that the Pheu Thai party, if it becomes government, try to intervene, try to interfere with the military lineup, then they don't promise anything.
There's no promise. And as we know, in the last military reshuffle, they seem to put all the men in the a solid footing, which means that a lot of senior army and other armed force officers, they are in for a long haul.
Yes.
As far as the latest military reshuffle is concerned. So it would be very difficult indeed for a Pheu Thai government to change that. They can only change some certain minor things in the current lineup. But if they want to do something more than that, they would have to do something that could be considered a purge by the current power holders in the military.
Well, that could create some sort of sense of nervousness, anxiety among the generals. But then we're not clear whether within the military establishment there are factions. Used to be rumors about several factions.
The factions, but the factions have been more or less neutralized by the latest military reshuffle.
I thought that the factionalism has been neutralized and that General Pravitt, General Prayut are now sort of in almost total charge of the military establishment.
Right.
So no challenge from any particular faction. But you never know if the political balance is shifted towards the Pheu Thai party, then the old faction, the one that you thought had been neutralized, may reemerge. So things can never, remain certain.
But if you take a look back at the recent central debate, and we will see some sign of, maybe we can call it a promising sign, because the Pheu Thai party, they did not attack the military at all. Whenever they talk about arms deals, and whenever they question any corruption, alleged corruption in the army, they tended to attack the government, the Democrat people. They try to avoid touching the military.
Even General Pravitt was spared.
Right. So, which means that maybe the Pheu Thai camp was not. They do not want to confront the military at the moment, and even after the election. If that is true, it's good for the Thai politics.
So it remains to be seen what will happen to the military role in Thailand's overall political landscape. Nothing is certain, but for the moment, the current military leaders are almost, united. Army chief, Navy chief, Air Force chief, Defense minister, mostly together in the same sort of in the same boat, but you never know. If politics changes, if the election results come out in a very drastic way, then we have to see whether the new political landscape will be able to accommodate a stable military establishment.